Alright guys, welcome back to the show. It is game night again. So this week we've got a 2,000 point battle. I don't normally play points this high, but the guy I'm playing with doesn't play that often, so he likes to bust out a lot of toys. I got a request off a friend of mine who has just finished painting up an Imperial Fists army and he wanted a 2,000 point game. So I was sitting here for a while thinking over my armies and I thought, what better to play against the Imperial Fists than none other than my Iron Warriors themselves as their eternal enemies and all. So I've put together 2,000 points. What have I got in the list? Alright, to start with, we've got 3 HQs. 1, 2, 3. So 4 HQs, we have my Warlord, who is my big guy that I made out of a Primaris Marine and bits and bobs. He's just going to have, sorry that's going in and out, put him closer, alright. Anyway, he's got a Combi Bolter and a Mace, just to keep him cheap. He's only 80 points. And he will be the Warlord. He'll have the, I think it's called, it's the Iron Warrior specific one. They don't have to take any moral checks. So that'll be good for him because he's going to sort of be sitting in the gun line, giving reroll ones. Cold and bitter is what it's called. So anyone within 6 is automatically passes morale checks. So he'll be sitting in the gun line, making people automatically pass. That's his Warlord trait. The next, we've got a Sorcerer. Same again, giving him the Combi Bolter, because he'll be in the gun line as well. The powers I've given him is Intoxicating Elixir, which, because everyone's got the Marcus Slaanesh, and Prescience. So he'll be able to give Feel No Pain to something and also +1 to hit, so he's a bit of a gun line buffer. And he can also do Smite if need be, but he'll just be sitting in there casting powers and I know he can get into the fight if he needs to. Now, Beat Stick, I've gone with a Terminator Captain. Now he's got 2 Lightning Claws, and I'm also going to give him the free relic, Intoxicating Elixir, which gives him +1, let's done it again, +1 strength and +1 attack. So that'll make him strength 5 with his Lightning Claws and bump him up to 5 attacks, which means that he'll be hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, and he'll be re-rolling hits and wounds. So he should be a bit of a chompy machine in combat. Alright, so that's the 3 HQs. A lot of people are going to say go with Demon Prince, but I sort of wanted to go with the siege theme for the evening. Alright, troops wise, we've got 1, 2, 3 5-man squads with las cannon in each squad, and we've got the bolters. Be good to try out the new bolter rules, so if they sit still with the las cannon they'll be able to put down more shots down range, so 2 shots per guy, which will be nice and handy. So that's the 3 troops. Then over here we've got 2 more units of troops, so 1, 2 5-man units. Now in those 5-man units we have some choppy guys. So 2 5-man units, so this is the aspiring champion with his axe, and then there's another one behind him, so 2 separate 5-man units with chainswords, bolt pistols and a champion with an axe. I've paid for him to have combi flamers just because the lower in points has made it a little bit odd. So I had to throw some things on some things, so I haven't modelled them on there at this point, but that's okay. Now those 10 guys, even though they're 2 separate units, will be riding in my trusty little Rhino that I painted up yonks ago with its Havoc launcher and combi flamer on it. So there'll be lots of flaming and stuff coming from them. They'll be pushing forward to get my forward objectives. So that's troops and HQs. Then I guess we'll go over to elites. I've only got 1 elite. Trusty Hellbrute. And what's he rocking? Rocket, twin las cannon. Really simple. He'll be back with the gun line, giving some support and also using his stratagem to let him fire twice at the closest target if something gets too close. That is an invaluable stratagem, always use it. Alright, next we've got 3 fast attacks. So that gives me an extra command point for having, oh, obviously I've got 3 heavy supports and 3 fast attacks in the 3rd HQ, so it puts me on 9 command points anyway. So for the 3 fast attacks, we've got a 10-man unit. I've forgotten what these called. It'll come to me. Warp Talons. with their claws. So we've got a 10-man unit of them. I love these models. Doesn't matter how effective they are, as long as they're cool and they chop things up. So a 10-man unit of them. Then we got 2 3-man bike squads with plasma and combi plasma on the aspiring champion. So pretty straightforward for them. Now with them as well, I'll be testing out the new boulder rule with them and plus their plasma. So they'll be putting more boulder shots down range on their way in, and then obviously they got their more plasma shots as they get closer. So that's the 3 fast attacks. And then we've got 4 heavy support choices today. So in the center, we've got ourselves a Defiler, which the way I'm rocking him is now like 130 points or something silly like that, which is unreal. So that's Havoc Launcher, Battle Cannon, and Reaper Auto Cannon, and he's still got his fists. So that's pretty handy. Then next to him, got the big guy with his Hades auto cannons. Had to fill in points, so I've paid for him to have the plasma mouth as well tonight. So he'll be in there rocking some shots. Then we got my 3 obliterators converted out of Centurions, because I hated the obliterator models and they looked really small, and it made sense that obliterators would come from these guys. I don't know, that made sense to me anyway. So that's them, 3-man unit. And then finally, just over to my right here, we've got a Havoc squad, just with all rockets. So that'll just sit in with the gun line and give them some more support. So pretty much, lots of boots, lots of guns, lots of variety in all areas, except for elites. Well, that happens. So I'm happy with it. It looks fluffy. I'll get down to the club and see what John's got on his list. I have no idea. I only know it's Imperial Fists, so the eternal battle goes on. I'll see he's down there. Alright, so I've gotten down to the club and John's busted out his Imperial Fists. So he's got them all nicely painted up the back. He's got an air wing detachment with 2 Storm Stubbies, that's what I call them anyway, and a Storm Raven, all WYSIWYG weapons. So on this one he's got the missiles, the multi-melter and the las cannons. On these ones he's got the Skyhammer missiles and the assault cannons on both. Then down here he's got some Terminators. He hasn't decided whether they're going to be riding in that or his Land Raider he's got over here. That's the normal Godhammer pattern. So we've got las cannons and heavy boulders. Oh yeah, and the Terminators are assault Terminators in case you can't see. Then we've got 2 units of veterans, which are armed with an assortment of combi weapons, heavy weapons. Then he's got 1 and 2 troops, so he's just running a, what you call it again, patrol detachment. Yep. Are they just got bolt guns?
Bolt guns with 1 plasma.
Bolt guns with 1 plasma, and then assault cannons, which are, I don't know where these have been sourced from. We're just talking about that, but they look pretty cool. Then he's got old school captain. You've probably all seen this guy around the traps before. So he's got a relic blade and a combi melter, and then the trusty 4 las cannon predator. So it only comes in at 4 command points, but as you can see, he's packed nothing but guns and guns and guns and guns. Anything you want to add to that, John?
No, mate.
Alright, no problem. We'll roll up a mission and we'll get into it. Alright guys, so the mission is kill points. For the Iron Warriors, we've set up on this side, so we've got a lot of guns and that up here on this landing pad with the Dreadnought. Then coming across, bikes and bikes, and then we got a Rhino with more troops in it, then these 2 guys behind supporting them, and over here this stuff's all in deep strike. Then if we come around the battlefield to John's, looking really cool, he's got all these flyers on his landing pad, looking across at my stuff. And as we go along, he's got tank, he's got a Land Raider, this has got the veterans in it, and then he's got 2 of these. This one's got the captain in it, and he has decided to put his Terminators up in here. So John set up first, so we're just going to roll. He's got the +1, so he goes first. So I've got a 2, surely you can beat that. Yep, he's got a 5. I'll try and seize the initiative, so I'm needing a 6. Nah, so John's going to head off with first turn and kill points, and we'll get back to you at the end of this first turn. Imperial Fists away. Alright, so John's had his first turn. All his flies from here have come zooming across, and between them they blew up my Forge Fiend. Then this guy shot across and blew up my Rhino, and then these two Storm Stubbies shot the shit out of a heap of these guys, and then his Land Raider that was tucked away in here come across here and killed a biker and wounded another. And then if we come around here, these guys were just out of range as they're following along, little choo-choo train line behind the Land Raider. So I reckon John's killed in his first turn at least 350 points ish. So he's off to a bloody ripper of a start. So let's see if we can return the favour, and I'll have my Chaos turn 1. Alright, end of Chaos turn 1, and it was a hectic one as well. So we've pretty much everything up on the top here. So the Havocs, all the las cannons and the Hellbrute shot across here and blew the Storm Raven out of the sky. Then John's Terminators got out, and then there was a combination of bike fire and other things, and the battle cannons on here shooting into Terminators. Then we finished them off with an assault. So we cleared that out. That was about it for the first turn. Then John's still got all this stuff ready to go on his next turn, and he's also got this Land Raider, so don't forget about the big dog. Alright, John will have his second turn, kill more of my stuff, and I'll get back to you. Alright, end of Imperial Fist turn 2. This moved over and shot across here and took 4 wounds off me Defiler. Yeah, Congo line going through here. This also shot at the Defiler, but I managed to save most of it. Actually, it was a combination of both of these that took the wounds off, wasn't it? But I rolled well for my saves. Then these two in here spat shells over here, but I managed to save them. But then between these two, he's shot into here and killed me Devastators or Havocs, because we're Chaos, down to 1. And he's also killed some Marines throughout my little conga line, but we're standing strong.
One bike.
And one bike in here also got blown away. So he's done some damage here. So I'll have my turn 2. And see if I can't return the favour here. Just remembering, the Land Raider is still in there. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so at the end of my turn, we've got a bit of a round up here. So I've dropped these Obliterators down, and they blew away this Predator. So I had a mind blank there. Then I paid the points to shoot again, and we shot over here. We got this down to 4 wounds, and then I pepped another wound off it with something else. Coming around here, this thing uses battle cannon to fight the almighty Land Raider and took 1 wound off it. And then over here, I reckon I whiffed with nearly all these weapons, didn't I? I didn't do much.
No.
No, this was a pretty sad shooting from the thing.
Scratch some paint on that.
Yeah. But then these guys come down from the heavens and assaulted one of the Storm Tubbies and took the last 4 wounds off it, so that was pretty handy. So we've got to have John's next turn now, which I think, what's this, your turn 3?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, this is a bloody match. Alright, so he's still got his Land Raider, that's got 15 wounds left still, so he only got 1 off it, and these 2 things, so he's going to get at it. Alright. Alright, so at the end of the turn 3 for the Imperial Fists, this thing flew over here, blew away one of these guys, combined firepower here, shot into pretty much the combined firepower from these 2 tanks, and the captain and his little goons here killed my 10 Warp Talons. And then if we come over here, the combined power of the tank, and then the veterans in here, which had a mixture of melders, plasmas, grav, you name it, he's put it in there, smoked my Defiler and the other guys here. So all I've got left on the table is some bikes and what's here on the pad, and a couple of guys over here. So I'll have my turn 3, see if I can't kill some of these guys, and we'll get back to you. It's a bloody bloodbath. Alright, so the end of my turn 3, we had a really good roll with these guys and managed to take off 12 wounds off the Land Raider, wasn't it, John?
Mm-hmm.
With them?
15.
Well, yeah, I took 15 off the total, but they took 12 off. Right. And then we hit him with the Hellbrute with his buffed up pre-science, and we took the Land Raider out, so that was some good shooting. And then combined power of all these bolt guns killed some of these Marines down here, and these 3 las cannons along here shot over here. We only managed to take a couple of wounds off him. -1 to hit makes a big difference. So John will have his turn 4. He's still got a flyer, his captain, some Marines. He's got this in here, and all these guys over here. Are they stern guard or?
Veterans.
Yep, veterans. Yep, so he's got stern guard over here. So he's still got some shots on the table. So we'll let him have his turn and we'll get back at it. Alright, so at the end of turn 4, he used these two here, so this tank and this, to come over here and shoot into here, killing another one of these guys. And then over here, he killed some more dudes up on the thing, and his captain got up here and he killed some more guys. So,
21 minutes on there.
These guys wiped out the bikes as well that were here. So that's the end of John's turn 4. And then I'm going to have my turn 4, and then we'll see how we go.
Those other guys that have got up there.
Yep. Alright guys, we've come to the end of the game, so we're calling it a Iron Warriors win because we've killed his captain up here. John's, it's pretty late at night here, so we've had 4 turns each and he's got to go home. He's got a couple of units left on the board, and this over here, I sort of ran in here with my captain over here. We've tallied up what we've got left on the board, and I've only just scraped in, I can't even talk. You got anything you want to add about the game, John?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Any favourite units or anything like that?
Oh, it's nice to blow this nasty thing up first turn.
You like killing my demon engines. Everybody does. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this battle report, like and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully me and John will get back to you with a rematch. Maybe some orcs will come out next time. Alright.